Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of UK Hockey News. I'm Harvey and I'll be your host today. First up, it's been rumored for a while and now it's official. The Solway Sharks have fired head coach Martin Grubb after a disappointing start to the season and sitting bottom of the league with 9 points from their first 20 games. The Sharks have come to an agreement with Jamie Thompson, who will take on the role of head coach and who has high hopes. "We're going to win, plain and simple," said the 45-year-old new hire. "It's about changing the culture in the dressing room and making sure everyone knows that anything less isn't acceptable." In other news, the league announced today monthly honors have been awarded to Swindon Wildcats defenseman Chris Carlisle and Hull Seahawks goalie Jordan McLaughlin. With just over half the season to go, it's neck and neck at the top for Peterborough and Swindon with 33 points each. Leeds trail just behind with 28. And Sheffield and Telford round out the top 5 with 26 points. At the bottom, Milton Keynes continue to stay in 8th place, but have the Raiders and the Bees just a couple of points behind. Stay tuned for more UK hockey news as we get it.
Hello, welcome back. Episode 4, Franchise Hockey Manager 10. And as you heard in the little introduction, the Sharks have finally decided to ditch Martin Grubb and pick up a new head coach. And it does appear to have actually worked a couple of days ahead of where that article was placed. However, they had lost 11 games in a row prior to Grubb being fired. However, I mean, that doesn't really do much for them. They have managed to win a game. If we go to their, we just load up, go here. We just go to their schedule, and I think this is just always a better view. He got fired on the 26th, so he has picked up a win. I mean, their last win was back in October, and so they've had three wins prior to Thompson taking over, but they have had one win. The losses that they've had, I mean, that one was pretty close by the look of it, 4-5. That one's not so much, but there we go. When do we actually face them? That would be a good question. There we go. So January the 1st. Harmonious. Love it. But we'll be facing them soon, and we will see if they're any better than they are now. So just finished up a quick game against Milton Keynes. Sadly, we lost, and we come up with this. So your staff has just informed you that Tim Leons has been involved in an off-ice incident. The fans and even some of his teammates are clearly displeased, and some rifts have appeared in the team. In particular, the following teammates have made their anger apparent. There's Lee Pollard. Now, Lee Pollard, he isn't brilliant, and when we look at our lineups, he is quite far down the pecking order. But it does appear that, I don't think I actually noticed this earlier, that Tim Leons is a little bit controversial. So we might need to keep an eye on him. So we've returned literally a day again, and we had a notification. One of our players, old Sam Cooper, is playing in the under-20s tournament at the moment, and apparently having quite a good game. Can we see it on here? Yeah, so let's have a look. I mean, he's not really doing much in the way of scoring anything. Not really getting much of a plus minus, but apparently he's having a good game. When we look at the tournament itself, if we go to their schedule, so Great Britain under-20s are winning both games so far, which is lovely. I did have a bit of a look at some of their players. Line is on our list already to potentially yoink, but he's getting a couple of fouls. I'm unsure about him. We've got Jacob White-Say, but he's with the Pitbulls at the moment. And the other one is Kane Russell, who's with the Solar Devils. They are kind of a team below us. And actually a team I know quite well. I've done some stuff for them in the past, personally. Kane Russell is potentially one to keep an eye on. So he's on our watch list. So 2024 then. Okay. First thing, the player poll results have been released, and annoyingly, we ain't in any of them. Toughest goalie to beat is apparently not Henry Levine, who we were expecting, but it's the Matthew Greenfield of the Steel Dogs. Coach you'd most like to play for? Yeah, of course, it'd be the Phantoms, wouldn't it? They're on an absolute tearing spree right now. Most controversial? Joha Lindgren, even. So he's more controversial than Leon's, apparently. Let's go back out of that. Top selling jerseys. Bonner, McLaughlin, Towner, Silverthorne and Salem. That's pretty much to be expected. For the league, Bonner does get in there. But yeah, we're towards the bottom of the list. Development. I mean, our oldies are still dropping off a little bit. So we may have to look for some more wingers. Probably sooner rather than later. I've got a couple on the watch list, but I mean, Vec's doing all right. He's looking at a 44-point season. Fisher, not as much. He's only got 11. Van Cleef is getting... he's doing all right. He's looking at potentially 38 for the season. But yeah, they are literally, every time I get one of these, points are dropping off fairly quickly. We've covered that one. We don't care about that one. However, given the news at the very beginning of the episode, it's a game against Solway. So let's see if we can ring in the brand new year by just absolutely trouncing them. Welcome back to the third period, and it's not going the way that I was expecting it to go. Our team just, if you look at the stats, I mean, Larkin is just not turning up. Silverthorne is just not really there. Reiter is I mean, the other teammates anyway have got to really pull their weight. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, a lot of Solways are just not really there. But bloody hell, Larkin, where are you on our line? I mean, you are Larkin. He's down there anyway. But yeah, it's 4-4. The team that's at the bottom of the league. The first period, whoa, 3 goals each. We got one, then they got one, then we got one, then they got one, then we got one, then they got one. Cool, that's a struggle to say. Right old backwards and forwards game. Then they took the lead in the second. Vec managed to tie it up with about a minute and a bit to go in the second. And now we're on to the third. And they're on the power play to start with. So, yeah, let's see how this goes. Eek. So if we can get that back nice and quickly, I would really appreciate it. That's it. Oh, okay, we're just going to take a shot, are we? Matthews letting a lot of opponents get around him. What do we want to do with Matthews? Matthews is actually having a good game. Just you continue how you've been playing. So we go for a face-off. We do get it. No, we don't. We give it away straight away. And Cleef just completely misses. Alright, so we're on the attack. Salem is struggling to get through. Passes it to Young. And, ooh, that was close. We've got 8 minutes left. We're on the attack again. Van Cleef is just dumping it in. Takes it all the way back to Icing. Alright, so come on, Fisher. There's 3 of us. Come on. Here we go. That's it. That's it. Lovely. Thank you. Stop panicking just a little bit. Alright, we've got 5 minutes to go. Matthews now has it. That's it. Can we get one more? Let's get one more. 3 minutes to go. They are on the attack. Bonner can't say to do anything about it. Minute and a bit to go. Larkin has it. Passes to Silverthorne. Larkin to Ulrich. Silverthorne again. And get one more. Come on. One more and I'll be happy. Alright, okay, they've pulled their goalie. Come on, Van Cleef. Somebody get it in. Somebody. Oh. Okay, but that's fine. We won. They massively outshot us. And it shouldn't have been that close. but we managed to win that. To wrap up the episode, we'll have a quick owner confidence update. So Tucker is still satisfied with the team's performance this season. Again, try to keep in mind a balance between finding immediate roster help and improving the team's long-term outlook. Taking a longer view, we're not expected to be a serious contender next season. I'm debating that, to be honest, but we're not planning a total rebuild either. Fans are very pleased with me. Things could be better, wow, but we're not at the stage where we need to look at replacing you yet. Okay.